Welcome to After the 80, where we'll discuss all the latest news and results from the Intrust Super Cup. Before we get started though, I'd like to just take a moment to thank everyone for their lovely messages and questions on whether we would be back for 2018. Well, to answer your questions, here we are. My name's Terry Pascoe and I'll be your new host for 2018. Joining me each and every week will be a familiar face to the After the 80 fans. Returning to the panel, Anthony Bomber Breeze.
Thanks for inviting me here, Terry. It's always great talking about the greatest game of all.
Well, particularly with the Intrust Super Cup as well. Bomber and I are both rugby league tragics, and I hope you will enjoy the show just as much as we do. With that in mind, if you'd like to join the discussion, you can find us on Facebook. Just go to Phoenix Media Hub and After the 80 Facebook pages, like the pages, and leave your comments below. Now, let's turn our attention to the Intrust Super Cup so far. Round 7 has just finished and the competition is as competitive as ever. Teams that were previously been struggling are now on top of the ladder or thereabouts. Bomber, what are your thoughts so far?
Well, obviously, if you have a look at the ladder there, it's a very tight season there. The team coming last is on 4 points. The team in sixth position is on 4 points. So obviously, the results this year have been up and down for all teams. We see some teams that have obviously been on the bottom before, up near the top now, and vice versa. So it's a very up and down season so far. Yeah, look, and we're saying that the ladder itself is so congested that even if you're sitting near the bottom of the ladder, you can still make a clear run to the finals. Yeah, well, like I said there, and like I said, one win can move you 4 or 5 places up the ladder there. So if you get on a little bit of a run, 3 wins in a row, you can nearly go from last up into the top 4. So,
well, look, Tweedheads could almost do that. 2 wins in a row. They've got a new coach in Ben Wolfe, who used to coach the Titans under-20 side. What are your thoughts there? Well,
obviously the Titans last year, they were probably a bit of the whipping boys for most of them there. Everybody thought, we're playing the Tweed. Easy 2 points there. First couple of games this year, they weren't getting flogged, but they were losing. But obviously Ben Wolfe's found something now. The McGrady boys are firing, and that's it. 2 wins in a row against 2 quality sides.
Now, PNG Hunters, who are the premiers from last year, haven't had the greatest start to the season. Kadio Otio passed away in the season, in the pre-season at training, and it just seems like PNG just are still suffering from that.
Yeah, well, obviously when you lose someone so close to you, so close to the playing group, and obviously a talented player that he was, it obviously does affect you, obviously mentally a little bit there. And some people take it differently. Some people take a bit longer to get over it there. So I wouldn't say they're going terrible. Obviously, if you look at the ladder there, they're coming, I think, 9th or 11th on the ladder there. So it doesn't say they're going real well, but they're not getting flogged. So just a little bit of more aptitude to their game there, and obviously things can turn around for them.
Now, a team that's not doing incredibly well this season so far is the Wynnum Manly Sea Eagles. Now, they've only won 2 games this season so far, and I can't see the faithful sticking with coach Adam Bridson for much longer if they keep losing.
Yeah, well, like you say, when you lose there, the players take a little bit of the blame, but they always seem to blame the coach. Can't coach and all that there, even though you know he can coach. But when you lose games there, like one fella that you probably can't point the finger at is that Payne Haas. He's having to dig every week and going really well and on the cusp of a Broncos call-up. So,
look, a team that's found form this year under the previous coach of Wynnum Manly Sea Eagles is John Buchanan's South Logan Magpies. They're really just playing good quality football.
Yeah, well, South there. I've been a South supporter since I was a young fella, so I've followed them through. They've always had a good side there, but they've just always seemed to finish just middle of the table. This year, obviously, he's changed a few things from the last couple of seasons, and obviously it's working because they're winning games and they're winning games under a quality structure too. So.
And South Logan veteran Phil Dennis still there. I read that somewhere that he was classified as 34 years old. Now, I think someone might be.
Maybe it might be a typo. It might be 43, might be the other way around. But he still does his job there, and I think he's an experienced man that they have around the club. And obviously with the younger fellas, he does a really good job with them. So.
Now, as reported on Batuta Advocate, looks like Ipswich Jets have got a new Cameroonian backline. after the Commonwealth Games?
Well, you never know with the Walkers. They seem to pull a rabbit out of a hat all the time there. They've done some strange things and all that have worked and all that there. So, but I've been a Jets trainer a few times and I haven't seen them there. I don't think they were runners anyway. I think they're more weightlifters. So I'm not sure a weightlifter's going to do good for rugby league side. So.
Well, no, it could strengthen their forward pack though. But
they've got a good forward pack. So.
Northern Pride probably been a little bit disappointing so far this year, mainly with the fact that they've got such a good quality halves there. Jake Clifford, who's just re-signed with the Cowboys, I believe, and also Carney, who's on the fringe of going back to first grade, but they just can't get those wins over the line. Yeah,
well, like you said with Todd Carney, I think he began a little bit slow up there. People were saying he's not even there. How's he going to go to the Cowboys when he's not even performing in the Intrust Cup? But the last few weeks, he has started to step his game up there, and the NRL looked like registering his contract, so maybe that's what he needed there, a bit of a carrot that he can aim towards there. So, but he's an integral part of the Pride, isn't he? So.
That's right. And also Central Coast Capras have another big signing of Dave Taylor. Now, obviously, there's still question marks over his fitness, if he is still that fit to be able to, even in Intra-Super Cup level.
Yeah, but I think they've been getting a fair few minutes out of him, so they'd be happy there. Obviously, he's not an 80-minute player there. If they can get anywhere from 40, 50 up to 60 minutes out of him in two spurts there, obviously he's a talented player, isn't he? So
yeah.
Everyone knows that you don't play for Australia there, but obviously he's a big-bodied man. He obviously wanted to play halfback. He's got the skills too, but he's a big body. Just run forward, run hard.
And another huge signing for the Redcliffe Dolphins is also the half, Cameron Cullen. Last year he was the Intrust Super Premiership, that's the New South Wales Cup. He was their number one half, or in the team of the year anyway. You could see he's already making a footprint for the Dolphins.
Yeah, he's been playing the Intrust for quite a few years. He's a quality player, and obviously that's why he got the contract to go down there. Obviously it didn't work out for him. He's back up here in our competition there, and week in, week out, he's just a consistent performer there, great kicker, and leads them around really well. So.
Now, let's have a look at round 7 that's just passed on the past weekend of the Intrust Super Cup. Winner Manly Seagulls. Now, Burleigh Bears beating them. Burleigh Bears had a new halves partners and without their leading fullback, as well as Branko Lee as well. And this, to me, this was a game for Wynnum to win. Yeah,
well, obviously it was playing at home too. Obviously Wynnum had the advantage there, but Jimmy Lenihan's just got the Bears going really good this year. They've only had one loss, so I lost to North a couple of weeks ago, but obviously he's got them going. They're the form team, and
yeah, look, I mean, let's see how they go this weekend, because I can see all those same players in the team list so far are currently out. Also, Ipswich Jets had a very close win. It was a Sam Kaslik field goal at the end that decided the game. It was a very good quality game.
Yeah, obviously the call went out from the Walkers not to take the field goal there. Obviously he didn't hear it. He was in dummy half there, so he took one step to the right there and just nailed it from 39 metres out, straight over the black dot. So.
Yeah, also Redcliffe Dolphins, led by Jonas Pearson and Cameron Cullen. They both had a very good quality game up there in Mackay.
Yeah, well, obviously Jonas Pearson, like you said earlier there, he's a Broncos affiliate there. He's played a couple of games at NRL there. When he moves back there, he obviously wants to go back up, so he performs and makes sure Wayne takes notice.
Now, as we talk about Dave Taylor's fitness, he did get away with securing the win for Central Capras as well. They won 15-8. Now that game was at Emerald as well, which was a good affair for it to go, bring country football back.
Yeah, well, obviously the NRL have done it there out to the country football there, so it's good for the Intrust too to take a couple of games. It's a big area up there, so if you're supporting teams up there, sometimes you can't get to their main home ground. So obviously taking it to Emerald was great for rugby league too. Yeah, look,
Tweedheads had their second win, as we mentioned before. 24-12 over East. PNG went down at home. Now that's unusual for PNG because that's generally a tough challenge for any team going over to PNG to play. But South Slogan coming away with the win, 20-12, and a fast starting Townsville Blackhawks defeating North Devils 30-16. So they're the games so far. that we've seen. The game that caught my eye over the weekend was the Central Capras and the Northern Pride. As I said, this is a game that it was 9-8 for pretty much the bulk of the game, and then Dave Taylor just ran over the game, carrying defenders for the try. So, like I said, this game was played in Emerald. As you can see, you can see all the locals in the background. And end-to-end footy. And this was a Capras side that also were without their skipper as well as their hooker, Billy Gilbert.
Yeah, well, obviously, like I said, Billy Gilbert, he's the leading tackler in the competition. He's also leading with the assistant line breaks. So to be missing him too and have a performance like this only goes well for them as they go forward. But like I said earlier, it was from end to end, but the defence from both teams was really good on their line, and obviously that's why we had the low score.
Now, Jake Clifford was the one that got away with a try for the Northern Pride in the first half, I believe. Now, this game did have a star-studded halves as well as Jarvid Bowen coming back for the Pride from the Cowboys. So I guess for me, I expected a bit more from the Pride.
Yeah, well, like you said, when you get quality players back there, the other players there should be lifting. They should be there trying to drive them here. And you were talking about Dave Taylor. Here he is here and charging over the line there, which secured the win for him right at the end. So
look, and he played 60 minutes. As you said, they are getting more minutes into the game for him. So
yeah, well, obviously when he first turned up there, we've seen photos there. He looked like he was about 20 kilos overweight, and that's probably being kind. But he's obviously trimmed down a little bit now. So they'll work on his fitness going forward. So.
Now, what was the game that caught your eye?
Well, the game that caught my eye, it's probably the game that I went out to watch on the weekend. It was the Jets game. The Jets sunny coast there. It was much the same. It was a low-scoring game there. They scored the first try at the sunny coast, and then they went back and the Jets scored, and it went end for end until right at the end, like we said earlier there, 39-metre field goal from the Wallabies, ex-Wallaby Sevens, Sam Caslick.
Is there anyone the Walkers can't get on their team? They'll just they'll just try and get anyone from any comp?
Oh, well, that's it. They look outside the box. That's the way rugby league's played in Ipswich, and that's the way the Walkers talk. Like, they run a cross-field there. I go to a heap of their games there. Sometimes the crowd doesn't like it. Go forward's always a big chant, but they won the competition going sideways in and all that there, and they bring players that, like Craig Bellamy does there. Some players come with not a big name, but they start to get a name after playing a few games. So
now, I was at this game as well, and what made me very nervous was the first try by Sunny Coast. It just seemed like the defence, they just opened the door for them.
Well, like you said, the Jets, sometimes they begin very slow there. It's whether I don't know whether they're not turned on, which obviously they are because they run out on the field, but whether they're a little bit lackadaisical and like to get themselves into the game is another thing. But once they get themselves into the game, they settle down a little bit there, and obviously then they move on with it. So
yeah, look, it was a really strange game because generally most football games go with a very similar style. It's either end-to-end footy or one team has a lot of possession, but this game had it all. Like, it was the first 20 minutes of the game was the Sunshine Coast. They had ultimate possession. I think the Jets just had one or two carries of the ball through their own errors, mind you.
Yeah.
But then the second 20 minutes of the half was all Ipswich.
Yeah.
And then they went in for half time, and it was like both coaches must have given them a spray on or the error rate. And then it was end-to-end footy. Yeah. It just went to and fro.
Well, like you said, in saying with the errors there, it was a team that obviously didn't have as many errors was going to win this game. And the completion rate, the Jets were 76%, whereas the Sunny Coast were 55%. So that probably goes to show the second half, like you said, the Jets got a bit more of the ball. They were better with the ball, better completion rate, and obviously got away with the win. So.
And look, Sunny Coast, they had a bit of a struggle with their team coming into the game. The 17 that was released on Tuesday, on Teamless Tuesdays, featured Reece Jacks, but injured his calf in the captain's run 24 hours before the game. And, it brought in a Brent Ward to come in and step up, which can be a bit disruptive. And you just wonder if those sort of disruptions could cause a loss in such a close game.
Well, obviously it does. Like if it's a winger, it's probably not going to do as much there. But when it's a player that leads you around, one of the spine, obviously losing one of them, it does disrupt you there, because obviously you want to play one style, and when you lose someone like that, you have to maybe go to a different style. So
yeah, look, I feel that Ipswich Jets have still got that slow start in their game. They're still not really, they don't really turn up until, it's like they warm up to a game. They don't really turn up until halfway through the game. Either they're behind in points or they were just behind in field positioning. I talked to Nate Neal after the game, and he suggested that it was because of long travel. So I just wonder if...
Yeah, well, they've had it in their game for quite a long time there. I don't know. I suppose you can't keep blaming travel all the time. So obviously they've just got to maybe try something different when they go out there. They try and begin the game a little bit faster or something there, or not as sideways or something there, just to get them on the board early so they can build, because once you get behind, it's hard to come back sometimes. Sometimes you do come back, but there's going to be games when you don't. So.
Look, the footage from the Capras and Pride game was courtesy of QRL Media. If you'd like to see all the highlights from round 7 of the Intrust Super Cup, please head to qrl.com.au. Now let's have a look at the competition ladder after round 7 and see where all the teams are currently positioned. Now, Burleigh Bears are currently on top of the ladder. Do you see that? Like, they've only had one loss. Being that they've got so many players out, do you think they will...
Well, we can obviously, with one loss, we've had 7 rounds. They've had 6 wins and 1 loss. So obviously that goes to show that something's going right down at Burleigh. So Jimmy Lenhand's doing something right there. Their only loss was to North, and North run 4th. So it goes to show that obviously they are the form team of the competition and deserve to be sitting on top.
Now, South Logan, Redcliffe, Dolphins and North Devils all sitting on 10 points. Townsville, Blackhawks, Jets, Tigers, the Jets were on 8 points. East Tigers and Pride on 6, which makes it very congested there, with also Falcons and Capras. PNG Hunters sitting on 4, with the Seagulls, well, both Seagulls actually, Wynnum Manly and Tweedheads, and the Mackay Cutters as well. Now, before we have a look at this weekend's games, let's go to our player profile.
Jack Madden, Central Queensland Capras. I started playing when I was 4 years old, I did. Started with the Brelabar Panthers, then I eventually moved over. We started a club at Dringa called the Dringa Bulldogs. So yeah, this is my 2nd year this year. Being the captain this year of the club, I think that's probably my biggest achievement in my career, I think, yeah. Player who inspires me, probably Jonathan Thurston. I used to love Freddie Fittler, but now sort of, I suppose I look up to Jonathan Thurston, the way he plays, yeah. He plays in the same position as me, so try and learn things off him. No, I actually love to play for the Roosters, they're my team. As I said, I loved Freddie Fittler when I was growing up. Yeah, I've always loved the Roosters, and yeah, I love to play for them. I think looking back at it now, you just got to back yourself, be confident, and yeah, I think things will happen from there. I'd say probably playing back in school, playing for St Brendan's. We had a pretty successful team, all the way from 13s to Opens. We won a lot of grand finals, and yeah, that was, if I could go back and do it all again, I definitely would. I loved it.
Jack Madden there from the Central Capras. Thanks for that, Jack. Now, amazingly, Jack played 5 weeks with a fractured leg. That's incredible. Did it in round 1, fractured his leg, and just continued to play.
Yeah, well, we've seen Matt Gillette for the Broncos there have that neck injury too there, and then have a thing there. But obviously he's a tough man, so to have a break in your leg.
Now let's see what else is happening, or let's see what's happening in round 8 of the Intrust Super Cup. Now we'll go with the first game being Mackay Cutters and the Tweedhead Seagulls. Yeah,
well, obviously that's the TV game this week, so make sure everybody gets onto Channel 9 and watch it there at 1:10.
Yeah, unusual time slot, but coming back for the Tweedhead Seagulls now, this could really boost their chances of winning. Kane Elgee getting dropped from the Gold Coast Titans.
Well, that's it. Tweeder on a roll. They've won 2 out of 2, and obviously Kane Elgie into the side there. Hopefully he goes back there and doesn't sulk. Goes back there, performs, and gets another chance up with the Titans. So.
Ipswich Jets will go up against Redcliffe Dolphins. Now, this game will be live streamed on Phoenix Media Hub. That's through both their Facebook live streaming and also Phoenix Radio and the TuneIn app. This is really a blockbuster game.
Well, you just don't know who's going to turn up. If the Jets turn up there and Redcliffe, they're two teams that are in form, so it can go either way. I'm predicting probably another really, really tight game there. Hopefully another Sam Caslick field goal might get the Jets home. Well,
I wonder if he's getting any tips off his sister anyway.
Yeah, well, that's it. She plays rugby union there for the Sevens, or the whatever they're called.
Yeah, and the other game of interest for me is the Northern Pride versus the Sunshine Coast. Now, this is up at Barlow Park in Cairns on Saturday night. This is really built as a battle of the halves. Now, it's Todd Carney and Jake Clifford up against Brent Waugh and Reece Jacks. How do you think it will go?
Well, obviously, two in-form set of halves there. Both of them are leading them around well. Both teams are going not too bad there. Obviously, the Northern Pride with the home advantage probably will go into the game favourites there, but Sunshine Coast losing last week there. Obviously, they'll be out to prove there. I'm probably tipping the Sunshine Coast by just a couple. So.
And a good test for the South Logan Magpies halves as well, going up against Townsville up at Jack Meninsky Oval on Sunday at 2:30. Now, where will we catch you this weekend, Bobber?
I'll be at the North Ipswich Reserve there for the Jets Redcliffe game that we just previewed there. Obviously, it's going to be one of the games of the round there, so I'll be there. Yeah,
I'll be there as well. I'll be wanting to see if Cameron Cullen can go that next level. I mean, he's firing so much already this year. Let's see if he can step it up. I'm sorry, mate. I'm a Redcliffe fan myself, so I hope they can walk away with the chocolates.
Well, obviously, if you're a Redcliffe fan, I'm an Ipswich fan there. Obviously, they've got Michael Purcell, who's leading the tries there. He's the kangaroo catcher there. He's been in great form. If Redcliffe have any gaps in their armour, he'll go through them there, and I don't think anyone will catch him. And
all I could hope is that the Broncos don't pinch Jonas Pearson as well. Keep our back line nice and strong.
Yeah, well, that's always hard when you're a feeder club to the NRL club there. You lose the players, but you have to get on with it.
Now, look, Phoenix Media, like I said, will be streaming this game both on radio and on their Facebook page. Just go to facebook.com/Phoenix Media Hub, and you can also see it on the InTune app as well. Anthony Bomber Breeze, thank you very much for all your efforts this week.
No, it was a very good show there. Love talking about rugby league, as you do, as you said earlier there, both rugby league tragics there. So anything that promotes rugby league is good.
And thank you for joining us on After the 80. For more updates, make sure you like our pages, Phoenix Media Hub and After the 80. Look forward to seeing you next week.